This is a highlight of the show for us now.
Highlight my year so far, this possibly.
Yeah, I think so, because earlier this month, of course, we marked the 80th anniversary of the D-Day, as we remember the debt we owe our veterans, and one of those heroes is with us in the studio, Royal Naval Gunner Les Underwood, one of 17 veterans who returned to Normandy on the anniversary, thanks to the help of the taxi charity for military veterans Ambassador Johnny Gallagher, who's raised 135,000 in a week.
Yeah, very impressive.
Thank you, both of you, for coming to see us this morning.
Real treat. Just tell us, first of all, Les, what was it like going back on the 80th anniversary?
On the Normandy?
Yeah.
It's upsetting, because you think of the young boys that was there, all around their 20s. The time I went to on the Normandy thing, I was 28 then. But there was still younger boys than me, because when I went, a lot of the boys in my time all put their ages up.
Right.
They all forwarded to their birth certificates, everything, just to get in,
right,
to follow my brothers.
Yeah.
But I got a consent form first, and my mum said, "You need a bit of discipline, my son." And my dad, who was in the First World War, he got buried alive 3 times.
Gosh.
Wow.
And he got mustard gas, and he died with one lung crushed and the other one melted away by gas. And he used to say to me, "If you get in any fights or anything," which I did, "don't come crying, because men and boys don't cry."
Gosh.
Well, remember that. But that ain't true. Men do cry.
Yeah.
I cry.
Did you cry at D-Day?
I have cried.
Yeah. Did you cry when you went back there?
I cried.
Did you?
Because when you're on board a ship, like we are now, you eat together, you sleep the same place, you go ashore together, your brothers, family, and then when you see them, they're putting they just put them in a canvas bag, just tip them over the side.
Yeah, it's just...
No dignity.
And things, haven't you?
No.
Johnny, why are you involved with the veterans? Because you're not military yourself, are you? But you feel a real strong bond.
Yeah, so my great-granddad was in the Battle of Somme, and my granddad was really close to me, and he was a captain in the army. My great-uncle was in World War II in the submarines. He won 5 medals. And for me, I really grew up with a love of country, sense of duty. And as a young boy, I always thought of joining, but I just had this thing inside me that knew I would be successful in business. And I thought, when I get to a stage, I'm going to give back. And as a young person in my 20s, it makes me sick to see the state of this country. I live in, I'm in London. I see the war statues get vandalised. I just see no love of country. Les talks about unity. Can you imagine 16-year-olds now wanting to join the army?
No. Yeah.
For what? So look...
And then we had that shocking revelation that so many teenagers didn't even know what D-Day was.
Yeah.
No.
How did that make you feel?
Well, if you go to France or Ireland, because they even had me on their television, I didn't know nothing about it. They come up and told me. All the children at school were taught.
Yeah.
I even have cards from them every year, Christmas.
Yeah.
From 12-year-olds, even 12-year-olds, saying to me, "Thank you."
Oh, nice.
They've learnt it at school.
Yeah. And
Over here,
we don't teach it.
the teenagers today have got, to me, I'm not saying all of them, but a great majority have got no respect for their parents and no respect for elder people. When I was a boy, if I was to get on a bus and cause a bit of noise or anything, if there was an old couple on there, the old fella would say, "Ease it down, boys." And if they never thought twice of that person, even though he didn't know you, he'd come up and smack you around the ear hole.
Yeah, quite. That would have been my dad. My dad would have done that.
My mum used to. She used to say, "Come on, look." And if I don't cry, because if you cry, I'll give you something to cry for. But you didn't know what way to turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You were a gunner in the Royal Navy.
Yes.
Really dangerous job.
Yes, I went through the gunnery school.
Yeah.
And on the bottom of there, you'll see the DEMS on the front, where it says DEMS.
Yeah.
That's defensive equipment of merchant ships.
Right. Because we've got a photograph here.
Yeah.
Of Les when he was. How old were you, Les, in this photo?
That was about 16 and 3 months old.
Look at what a good-looking boy. Still are good-looking.
I'm going to get you to sign this, Les, before you go.
I will sign it.
Yeah, you need to autograph this for us.
So you went through the gunnery school.
Went through the gunnery school, that's at Whale Island. They call it Whale Island. And everything there, you double. You don't walk.
Right.
You double. And I went back there a couple of years ago with the taxi. And the lady said, have you ever been here before? I said, obviously about 1942. She went, so she looked, oh yes, she said. I said, why are these sailors just walking? She said, all that doubling has stopped. Right. You walk everywhere now.
Right.
This was thing, you went in there, and when you come out, it was hard work. But you come out fit, healthy. And when you go in, I think National Health should come back. I think strongly on that.
National Service.
National Service.
National Service.
Yeah.
National Service.
Yeah.
Because you go in as a boy and you come out as a man, and you learn there's other people better than what you are.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
There was a suggestion recently, wasn't there? Rishi Sunak said
Yes.
we're going to bring back National Service.
Well, I think they should. I'm very strong on that because I think some of these young lads need it.
Yeah. How?
Do you mind me asking, what do you think about the fact Rishi Sunak was at the D-Day commemorations but left early? Were you angry about that?
I didn't know nothing about it until this week.
Oh, really?
I heard it this week when they was talking about the voting and all that, and it was mentioned. I'd never heard nothing about that.
What did you think, Johnny?
I thought it was disrespectful.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really want to talk politics, but Nigel Farage was a massive supporter of getting the veterans back to the beaches.
He raised money for you, didn't he?
He did. He raised over 50,000. He was our biggest influence. And he actually came to visit them personally on the day. I mean, he went over there. It wasn't a state visit at all, he's off his own back. And I think that man really loves the country, Yeah, that's it.
And Les, you're not sure if you've had your time again.
Well, I'll be honest with you, as this country stands today, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, because all respect it, we've got no Great Britain anymore. There's no such thing as Great Britain. All the people are being disrespected.
Yeah.
We're letting. I'm not a racist. I've got coloured people next door to me, opposite me, 3 houses opposite me. They all come up to my carer and they say, "We'll keep eye on him. He's all right."
That's nice. You've got good neighbours.
I've got good neighbours.
Good.
And they are Asian and black.
Yeah. Good.
They're as good as gold.
Yeah.
And then you go up the road, you've got our own people causing nothing but trouble and violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And
lack of respect for the elderly.
Yeah.
I think, as I said, put them in the service, let them get some what's saying behind them, some discipline.
Yeah.
They don't even respect their own parents.
I know.
Because you have to feel, of course, that those lives that were lost were not lost in vain.
They wasn't, no, because when you think about it, those people that we fought for to save their lives, he was a bad man, Hitler.
Yeah, he was.
There's no doubt about that. He was a cruel, and he had troops that walk into a place and say, for instance, you was husband and wife, they'd say, for taking her.
Yeah, I know.
No answering back.
Yeah.
That's the sort of troop, special squad he had.
Brutality.
And, I mean, they're very grateful. When we go to France and Belgium and Holland, they make a tremendous fuss of us.
Quite right, too.
And they're thanking us all the time. They're great people. And it's worth... I would do it again for them.
Yeah.
But when I think of how this country's turned with violence. Not long ago, there was a young girl stabbed a teacher and 3 children in a class.
It's that respect for authority, isn't it? How can people help, Johnny, if they want to donate, support?
Yeah, so I mean,
Les and his mates.
the campaign's over now.
Yeah.
You know, what I care about is when I was on the beaches, Les turned around to me and said, Johnny, this is not the country that I fought for. So for me, it's more, I would like, as a 20-year-old, I would like more young people to take an interest and realise why they did fight. You know, they didn't fight for freedom. That was a big thing that I realised when I was there. They never fought for freedom. The definition of freedom, to do what you want without consequence, is not what they fought for. They fought for our values. They fought for our culture. And they fought for us to all have a good way of life. And I think what Les is saying, and when I was with him, is, you know, them values are no longer here. People getting stabbed, murdered. So what I think is that, exactly like you said, I think when you realise the colossal loss of life and you see it with the gravestones, it really makes you sad.
I mean, you see their ages, 17, 18,
16.
16.
And their mothers have wrote something underneath.
Heartbreaking.
And I think, you know, I mean, I was looking at the highlights to get a few thousand views or 10,000 views. A rap video talking about stabbing someone and murdering someone's got 50 million. So I would just like young people to take more of an interest.
There's just finally, I guess, did you get to meet any of the royals when you were in Normandy?
I have. I've been... No, not the royals. No, I have been to Normandy before and met the royals.
Very good.
I even met the President of France.
Very good.
I was drinking a cup of tea like I am now, and someone got me hand. I looked round, and he's on his knees beside me. It was the President of France.
How nice was that?
And he was thanking me. I said, well, there's all these boys here.
Yeah.
Got to thank all them as well.
Well, can we thank you on behalf
everybody.
GB News viewers.
But they're so appreciative.
Yeah, of course they are.
You know, but our boys, I don't know. I mean, we've got a mayor of London now. He's crucifying the...
I know. Well,
it feels like it, doesn't it?
I know. Les, it's been a joy to talk to you.
Thank you, Les,
and
so
can
much.
We say,
thank you.
Every GB News viewer and listener will want us to say thank you for what you did.
That's all right, thank you.
Thank
you for having me anyway.
Very proud to have you with us today.
And you, Johnny, keep up the amazing work.
Johnny does a lot of work for us.
He's a great man, isn't he?
Our Christmas dinner, I think it cost 15,000, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he paid every halfpenny.
You're a good man. The
You are
taxi
a
charity
good
is
man.
the best. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us on Britain's Newsroom on GB News.